Hello, we're back. It's a little bit later than we thought, but we're here, and it's the second part of It's All About This Man, Paul Marjoram. Mentioned earlier on, it's 34 years and he's going to leave us. So this is weird because we've done lots of these over the years, and this is going to be the last one.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about that till just now.
Very strange day all round today, I must say.
Yeah, it's Paul didn't have any idea about the earlier interview or the earlier video we done. Sorry, with the contributions of many. What was your thoughts on that?
And I have to say thank you very much to everybody for your kind words. Well, not particularly, but also to Simon for the bottle. Simon, I did get the bottle. Thank you very much indeed. It was a great piece of work put together by John and the team here, and I'll keep that for a very long period, I can reassure you. The trouble is my family will have to suffer it multiple times over Christmas, I'm sure.
That's good, that's good. What we're going to do for the next sort of 5 minutes is just have a chat with Paul about obviously the past and a little bit maybe about the future, but there was one of the memories I have from those 30 years is the early days when you told me about your interview, because you didn't actually come here for a job for sales at all, did you?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. When before I worked at Hammonds, I've only worked 2 places in my working career, and I was working at a village garage as a mechanic. I heard that there was a vacancy here, or a potential vacancy. I made contact with Roy Hammond, bless his heart, and he asked me to come over at 7 o'clock on a Friday evening, which I did, to talk about this mechanic's position. And I walked out 10 o'clock that night, a salesperson, which was a bit unusual. However, I haven't looked back since, I have to say. And if I'm really honest, salespeople or salesperson was what I really wanted to do. I'd done the mechanical piece and realised that I'd be better off in the sales world.
I think there was something about Roy, wasn't it, that he could see an opportunity in most things, and he obviously saw something in you that at the time you didn't realise you had.
And likewise with yourself,
Yeah,
John, because
yeah.
you've been here just about as long as I have. So you know, we've worked together a long while, and that was because Roy gave us both a chance.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those early days, I can remember my first sale. I'm sure you can.
I can remember my first sale. I came here the day after August Bank Holiday, 1986. Blimey, seems like 5 minutes ago, but actually, obviously, quite a bit of time ago. And the first customer I had was a young lady who's interested in a little yellow Mini, would you believe? I went out and had a chat with her. We were on test drive, and she ended up purchasing the vehicle. So whilst it wasn't a Ford, it was a used car from Hammonds. And we still have a very good selection of other makes as well as Ford, I might add.
You don't miss the opportunity, like
Absolutely.
I'll be disappointed.
Absolutely.
No, we've boy. I mean, I'm just thinking about your 2, Laura and Tom. I mean, they would have been 2, or Tom would have been 2, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
when you started here.
Well, no. When I came, Tom, my son Tom, he was a year old,
Yeah.
and my daughter Laura was born a couple of months after I got here. So
Scary.
So and they're now mature people with their own career, and I've got grandchildren. So
Yeah.
and where has that time gone?
And it
I
seems
really
5 minutes
don't know.
ago.
Really
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, without
Really
a shadow
don't
of
know.
doubt. We both, look, we talked about Roy a minute ago, and we both had an amazing mentor in him, didn't we? We really did. But what's the biggest sort of memory of that period, would you say?
Well, there's too many to mention, really. I could probably write a book. I used to tell Roy he needed to write a book as well, and I suppose I'm now getting into that world. But I suppose that some of the key points were some of the key phrases that I picked up from Roy.
And still use.
And still use. And there may be some people who watch this that may have heard me say, the quality will be remembered long after the price is forgotten. Which is very true.
Yeah.
When you buy a car, it's not the price, it is about looking after you beyond buying the car, which is something that we do here. And the other one that I'm one of the few people in the dealership who could say this, but if that steering wheel weren't quite so tight on my tummy, I'd have kept that one for myself.
Scary thing is, it sounded just like him saying it, Paul. So yeah. What are you going to miss the most?
Well, I'm going to miss the work colleagues. I'll miss working with Ford because I've done quite a bit of work with them.
You've done really well in that as well. Really well.
I hugely miss the customers. Over the years, met some lovely people. Some of them have turned into close friends of mine. And the information that I've gathered from customers is immense, really. Life experiences, other people have shared their experiences with me.
Definitely.
I'll really miss the customers.
Definitely,
Public.
definitely. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And I must just say this because not a lot of people can know this, but Paul has not just been DP here for the last 20 years, but his involvement within Ford Motor Company, and you would have heard a couple of guys from Ford on the video earlier, has been quite immense. He's been chairman of the National Retail Dealers Association, which is a nationwide thing, and also in recent times is sat on the member of the Ford Dealer Council. So it's been a massive thing for Hammonds, and I know Paul has enjoyed it, and I know there's been a heck of a lot of hard work go into it as well.
It's a little bit of hard work, but it's for the greater good, should we say?
Without a shadow of a doubt. Final words from you? Well, not the final words, but the final words on tonight's video.
The final words on my last Friday as an employed person, which sounds very peculiar, but the final word has to be thank you. It has to be thank you to all my colleagues, thank you to Hammonds, thank you to Ford, and very importantly, thank you to all of our customers. I wouldn't be where I am today without Hammonds or our customers, so thank you to everybody.
Totally agree with that. Well, my final words is quite simple. If I'd had £1 for every time I've heard you try and sell a car to a customer, in the waiting area, in the petrol station, workman here, whatever, I'd be a rich man and I'd be retired before you. But just remember, before you go, it might be a good time to think about changing yours or Jacqueline's or whatever. So, Chris, Tom, myself, come and talk to us. We'll give you that deal before you go, rather than waiting for you to go and not have that deal that you might get today.
I have to say that is a very kind offer. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You should consider it, and I'll be disappointed if you don't.
Well, I'm sure we'll come to an agreement on the figures, so I'll go and choose a registration number. There's another key phrase. Best you should do that. Look, we're running on, but we would, because we always do. Guys, there's going to be a lot of people who maybe not follow us but would know Paul. If you get the opportunity to share this, that'd be fantastic. We're looking for a record number of shares on this because it is, well, it's a historic occasion. Thanks for watching, and have a great Christmas if we don't see you before. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely Christmas and stay safe. Absolutely. Good night, all.